You know, Coldplay has talked about a sky full of stars, and we're here now on a field full of stars. It's the 2016 Extreme All-Star Game for 8-man football, sponsored by 8-Man Extreme, the National Association of Christian Athletes, and Fort Bluff Camp. We're here at Fort Bluff Camp in Dayton, Tennessee. Voice of the FCA Falcons, Spencer Thompson, here with FCS former player Isaiah Austin. We had a great game ahead of us, right, Austin?
Absolutely. It's going to be a real fun one to watch.
And a whole assortment of different players. The captains going on the center of the field now. Captains for both teams. Team away captains, 8. Just look at the rosters here. The coin toss taking place here. Let's go ahead and list the rosters while we're doing the coin toss here. First for team away, number 2, Antonio Zeta. Number 2, Cody Reese. Number 7, DJ Slayton. Josh Jones, Ethan Garrison, Devry Zapata, Elijah Jones, Isaiah Webb, Andrew Schindel, Pierce Matthews, Jared Trahan, Hunter Meeks, Jackson Dotterer, and Zane Quibido. For team it's not Jackson Dotterer, it's Strahan. We'll get that word in a second. Team home is comprised of Jack Nicholson, Colton Rollins, Andrew Jones, Braden Holcomb, Wes Watson, Trent Legate, Patrick Pembridge, Josh Austin, Jake Wright, Spencer Bard, Clint Collins, John Stock, Brandon Miner, and Tucker Brown. Just a great lineup of people we've got for this game here, Isaiah.
Absolutely. It's going to be great to watch as the first annual 8-Man Extreme All-Star Game.
It's also another great opportunity, the final time for some players to participate. A lot of seniors on both of these teams as well. All of the players nominated by the coaches of each team around the 8-man football Tennessee community.
Yeah, and what I find interesting is that we have players from every grade level here.
Absolutely. Look at this. Everybody from high school. We have freshmen, sophomores, juniors, seniors, an equal opportunity. Looks like Team Home has won the coin toss, and they've elected to receive. So Team Home, led by seniors Andrew Jones, Braden Holcomb, Wes Watson, Trent Legate, Patrick Pembridge, and Tucker Brown. They will receive the ball first. Once again, the 2016 Extreme All-Star Game, sponsored by 8-Man Extreme, the National Association of Christian Athletes, and Fort Bluff Camp, live here in Dayton, Tennessee. Mr. James Shannon, the head of 8-Man Extreme, about to give the in-stadium introductions here for the 2016 All-Star Game. He'll be able to listen in just a few moments. Where's the sticks? There they go. Okay. Here's James Shannon.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2016 Extreme All-Star Game. Thank you so much for coming. We're going to have a great time. We've got 28 players from 10 different schools across Tennessee and Kentucky represented here, and we're going to get player introductions underway momentarily. Make sure you head to our concession stand right at the corner of the gymnasium. It's called the Canteen. They've got all your everything you want. We've got pizza on the way. Right now we have hot dogs, nachos. You can get a hot dog and a fourth-pound all-beef hot dog, bag of chips or a candy, and a drink for $5. And then when the pizza gets here, you can get 2 pieces of pizza, a piece of candy, and a drink for $5.50. And also, if you purchase your Extreme Pack, you have your 4 ticket vouchers for a free popcorn, and you can redeem those now. So head over to the Canteen. Restrooms are located behind the stands up against the gymnasium. And we want to thank you for coming.
Was the introduction there? Introductions for the players. About to start by James Shannon in just a few moments.
And now for Team Home from Franklin Classical School, junior number 9, Jax Nicholson. From Christian Community School, junior number 11, Colton Rollins. From Bowling Green Christian Academy, number 12, senior Andrew Jones. From Bowling Green Christian Academy, senior number 9, Tucker Brown. From Franklin Christian Academy, senior number 16, Braden Holcomb. From the Webb School, senior number 8, Wes Watson. From Bowling Green Christian Academy, junior number 19, John Stock. From Bowling Green Christian Academy, junior number 20, Spencer Baird. From the Webb School, junior number 23, Jake Wright. From Hendersonville Christian Academy, sophomore number 40, Patrick Pembridge. From Franklin Christian Academy, junior number 27, Brandon Miner. From Franklin, from the Tennessee Heat, sophomore number 13, Clint Collins. From Franklin Classical School, freshman number 66, Josh Austin. And from Pleasant View Christian School, senior number 90, Trent Legate. And now for Team Away. From Riverside Christian Academy, junior number 2, Antonio Zeta. From Central Baptist School, senior number 2, Cody Reese. From Grace Baptist School, sophomore number 5, Josh Jones. From Grace Baptist School, sophomore number 7, DJ Slayton. From Riverside Christian Academy, senior number 4, Hunter Meeks. From Christian Community School, junior number 8, Devry Zapata. From Franklin Christian Academy, junior number 12, Andrew Shendell. From Franklin Christian Academy, number 11, senior Elijah Jones. From Riverside Christian Academy, sophomore number 25, John Trahan. Wearing number 33 in honor of Jackson Dodderer, who could not make today's game with an ankle injury. Junior from Franklin Christian Academy, number 89, Zane Cubido. Quibido. From Grace Baptist School, number 87, Junior Ethan Garrison. From the Webb School, number 44, Pierce Matthews. From Christian Community School, junior number 31, Isaiah Webb. And last but not least, senior from Riverside Christian Academy, number 63, Jared Trahan. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your 2016 Extreme All-Stars. And now, please stand, remove all caps for today's prayer and national anthem. Today's prayer will be from Mr. Mike Jones from Grace Baptist School.
Everyone, please stand, remove your helmets, your hats. Dear Lord, our Heavenly Father, we thank you for this beautiful day that you've given us and this great football weather. We thank you for the opportunity. Lives to honor you and to praise you and to tell others about you. Football's just a game. It's played for a few minutes. It's brief in our life, but you are eternal. We love you and we thank you for all that you've done for us and the great gifts of salvation and your love and your mercy. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. No, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
A beautiful performance by James Shannon of 8-Man Extreme of the national anthem. We are about to be underway in the All-Star game.
Who received the opening kickoff? Who received the opening kickoff? Who's getting the opening kickoff?
Looks like team away. It looks like we'll be receiving the opening kickoff. They won the coin toss.
Team away to receive the opening kickoff. Back feet to return, number 31, Isaiah Webb. To kick it away for team home, number 23, Jake Wright.
Just a reminder to you, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not done so already, be sure to share this link around for more people to view the 2016 Extreme All-Star Game. The opening kickoff about to take place here. We are underway in the All-Star Game. It's like Schindel picks it up and they all just slide down and give up on the field. Well, the clock not running. And it looks like that'll end the opening kickoff.
Looks like they were taking part in the Andy's Coming Challenge.
Exactly. All right, pulling up the roster here. Unfortunately, my phone just dying. Back up and running. That was Andrew Schindel receiving back for team away, but it looks like they're going to redo the kickoff, of course, after that. I got to ask James Shen here, was that your purposeful plan here?
Yes, we all coordinated that over the last 3 days.
It was coordinated over the last 3 days. All right, so taking the kickoff here for team home. Looks like it's number 23 from the Webb School, Jake Wright. And the kickoff, it looks like, will be officially underway as the kickoff missed it. Picked up by number 4. He's running on the left side and gets out at about the 48-yard line. That's number 4 for team away, Hunter Meeks. That's Hunter Meeks from Riverside Christian Academy. So team away on offense, Elijah Jones, a senior quarterback from Franco Christian Academy, leading the offense here on their opening drive. He's got Schindel on the left, Meeks on the right. Got 2 men back as Jones hands it off to 31. Going across the right side and gets to about the 35-yard line. That's number 31. It's Isaiah Webb. That'll be a 1st and 10, moving the chains for team away. Just a great run on the right side.
Yeah, great, quick first down right there. Great blocking by the right guard.
Yeah, he'll signal. Start the clock.
And Jones having the leading number of passing yards in the Middle Tennessee Athletic Conference on the regular season. Jones handing off the ball is loose. Fallen upon. No call yet from the officials. It's recovered by team away. Ball was lost there by number 63, Jared Trahan of Riverside. Also, correction on statistics here. It's Jones was not the number 1 passing yards quarterback in MTAC. That was the quarterback from Bowling Green Christian Academy. It's now 2nd and 10. Team away lucky enough not to lose any yards on the play. It's Jones looking for the quick pass. Pass it off to Meeks, and he's still up on his feet. Winning several tackles. It gets brought down at about the 18-yard line. To move the chains again for another 2nd and 10. Team away now in the red zone. Just a great run across the middle by Meeks.
Absolutely, and great pass.
First down.
Jones in the backfield with Trayan. Ball snaps as Jones looking at the quick pass again over, just thrown too far to the right. It's intended for Isaiah Webb, number 31, incomplete, 2nd and 10. Jones with Trayan, and it looks like Zeta in the backfield as he was handed off. Looks like Antonio Zeta getting on the right side there, and that'll make it 1st and goal, just falling short of the goal line.
Gain of 9 on the play, carried by Reese.
Correction, it's not 1st and goal, it's now 3rd and inches for team away. Just managing to miss it by a minimal amount there. It's 3rd down as Jones hands it off. Tripped up in the backfield. It's Isaiah Webb tripped up. That'll make it 4th and 6 now.
Great pursuit by Isaiah Webb.
Mm-hmm. Well, Isaiah Webb trying to just get a run in there, but tripped up in the backfield. It's now about 4th and 6. Again, team away inside the red zone. Obviously, they're going to go for it here. Actually, it looks like they're going to go for a field goal attempt. Looks like Antonio Zeta going to take the kick. The holder is Elijah Jones. One of the few times in 8-man football that you see a field goal attempt. Zeta going for the attempt. It is no good.
Just missed it.
Looked like it was just inside the uprights there, but went too far to the right. It's also a low kick there. Score remains 0-0. 9:42 left to go in the first quarter. And let's look at the team home offense. Looks like looks like the quarterback is. We got Holcomb in the backfield, and number 9, Jax Nicholson, quarterback here from. Slight motion on the play. It's handed off to Holcomb going up the middle. It's tripped up about a gain of 4 yards on the play. 2nd down. Excuse me, that's Tucker Brown, the quarterback here. I think that's for your FCS Knights, right?
No, Jax Nicholson plays for the FCS Knights. He's the quarterback for Bowling Green, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Well, snapped, pitched out. Just a large gain and more to the 35-yard line. It's number 8 for team home, Wes Watson. It's a great run on the left side. That'll make it 1st and 10.
First down.
Team home having a bit of an advantage on their side. They have Braden Holcomb, who got the most rushing yards on the season for MTech. Ball snapped, and QB just takes a rush here going on the right side. Whistle blown dead. So that's number 9 from the Bowling Green Christian Academy Warriors, Jax Nicholson.
And if I'm not mistaken, along with Holcomb, they got number 9. If I'm not mistaken, he led the league in passing yards this year.
Ready?
Yes, that's right. Jax Nicholson right behind him with that Elijah Jones. But Jax Nicholson leading the Middle Tennessee Athletic Conference in passing yards on the season. So, both of them have strength on offense. Holcomb back with Nicholson. Nicholson hands it off to Holcomb again. He's trying to stay on his feet, gets tripped up. Maybe a gain of a yard on the play. They'll make it 3rd down at about the 44-yard line. Let's take a look at Braden Holcomb's stats here. Franklin Christian Academy, the record on the season was 11-1. They were co-state champions after the whole Sacred Heart being stripped to the championship and all of that. And again, as we mentioned, Braden Holcomb being a leader in rushing yards on the season. It looks like 1,249 total offensive yards, 21 touchdowns, and 134 total points on the season.
Wow.
You can't, especially with him being on Team Home, they have a huge advantage in the rushing game, wouldn't you say?
Definitely, definitely.
There's Nicholson, Watson, and Holcomb again, and Nicholson running up the middle. Looks like he'll move the chains for a 1st down. Now 1st and 10 here on about the 48-yard line for Team Home.
Run by Brown for the 1st down.
Quarterback number 9, Tucker Brown. Tucker Brown looking around for the pass. Deep pass on the left side, and it is intercepted by Andrew Schindel at the 22-yard line.
What an athletic catch there.
Absolutely. Pass intended there for number 20, Spencer Bard. Ball just fell short there, and Team Away takes over with the interception. Great feat there by Andrew Schindel. You take a look at Andrew Schindel, also from Franklin Christian Academy. They got, co-state champions. He was a stat leader. He had 1,279 offensive yards on the season, 17 touchdowns, 114 total points, 5 interceptions on the season, and 42 tackles. Their largest win of the year was 42-20 over Lighthouse, 50-14 over Riverside, and 45-7 over Webb. And Schindel here playing with some Webb teammates is Jones. Fakes the handoff, and he's going to rush it on the left. It's a good block to take place, and he's brought down by number 19. He's brought down by number 19, John Stock. That'll make it about 2nd down and 5 on the 28-yard line. And again, you look at Elijah Jones here. He averaged about 52 points per game in passing touchdowns. A very, very large stat there for Jones. Jones hands it off to his fullback. The ball is loose, still loose. Grabbed by Jones, still on his feet, and tripped up in the backfield. Gets tackled at about the 25-yard line. 3rd down.
3rd down.
It's an unfortunate turn of events. The ball just being hit around several times by the players. Jones finally managed to come on it. It looked like he could have gone and actually made a run or made something out of that play. Now 3rd and 8. It's Jones looking for the pass. Deep toss in the middle. This falls short. Looks like it could have been intended there for Schindel, but nowhere close enough for anybody to attempt to catch it. 4th down.
4th down. Zeta on the punt.
Antonio Zeta about to take the punt here.
Andrew Jones back deep to return.
It's Andrew Jones back to return. And Jones from the Bowling Green Christian Academy Warriors. and Antonio Zita from, looks like Riverside. Ball punted away, bounces at about the 42-yard line, still bouncing, gets back to about the 32, 33-yard line in between those ashes.
Team away will take over at the 33-yard line, 1st and 10.
Now 1st and 10, team home back on offense. Surprising that we haven't had any scores yet when we're almost 5 minutes left in the first quarter.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a pretty defensive-heavy game.
And as we've seen in different sports with the different all-star games for football, defense usually wins the game. So far, it looks like the case is for both teams as the snap is not gripped upon by Tucker Brown. That's a huge loss on the play. Just looked like a little bit of miscommunication between the center and the quarterback.
Possibly. That was about a 10-yard loss right there.
How about 2nd and long? Motion on the play as Brown hands it off. Looks like tripped up in the backfield again.
Loss of the play by Jones to the 15. 2nd down, 3rd down.
That was Andrew Jones on the run there. Just got tripped up in the backfield. So now it's 3rd and longer than 10 yards, or 20 yards. Back at about the 16-yard line. They started out the drive at the 34. So Tucker Brown looking for the pass, gets it on the right side. Oh, it's not caught. That was intended there for number 8.
For Watson. 4th down on about a quarter of the field.
It was Wes Watson with the intended catch. 4th down. Looks like Team Home's going to punt it away here.
And another hard hit by number 31 right there.
Yeah, there was that hard hit on the right side there. Of course, clean play, though.
Watson on the punt. Webb back deep for the return.
It's punted away by Wes Watson. Ball bouncing very far down the field and gets to about the 18-yard line. A deep punt there by Wes Watson. Team away,
Down at the 18,
back on offense.
Home team really got a really good bounce right there.
Absolutely. So lucky break for them, even though they had to punt the ball away. 1st down. Just a reminder for you guys to share out this link to anybody involved in the 8-man football community. The 2016 Extreme All-Star Game live here from Dayton, Tennessee, sponsored by 8-Man Extreme, the National Association of Christian Athletes, and Fort Bluff Camp. Jones in the backfield with Isaiah Webb. Looking for his option, toss it on the left side, 63 from Riverside, catching it. A good gain on the play by Jared Trahan.
Pass complete to
Make it about 2nd down and 4, 6-yard gain.
Down and 5.
Jones and Trahan in the backfield. As Jones fakes the pass going up the middle. Avoiding a tackle, still going up on the left side, and he is brought down at about the 43-yard line. Number 19 bringing him down, John Stock.
No, the away team seems to be having a lot of success with that spread formation.
Oh, absolutely. Moving the chains for another first down here at about the 44-yard line. Usually you see all-star games as a high-scoring game, but almost towards the end of the first quarter, not a single score has occurred. We had that missed field goal attempt that happened as Jones, quick pass on the right side. It is incomplete, just tipped off of the fingers of Isaiah Webb. I'll bring up second down there. You think Webb could have caught that?
He could have, but, you know. I really like to see this in an all-star game. A lot of people actually really, really trying to win this game. This game is really competitive. I've been seeing it all week.
Absolutely. Especially see it as mentioned, with some all-star games in other leagues, there isn't that high of competition, because the game may not necessarily be worth, or at least in their opinions, it may not necessarily be worth their time. But this being the first all-star game, and especially with seniors having their last chance to play, very important game as Jones pitches it out. Trayan going on the left, staying on his feet. Looks like he'll get the first down and more into about the 43-yard line. A great gain there by Jared Trayan.
First down, team away.
That's team away with the first down. Jones and Trayan again in the backfield. Following about the 43-yard line as Jones tosses it across the middle, just goes in between the hands of the receiver, Hunter Meeks. Second down. Looks like if he had just clasped his hands together, he could have caught that one.
Yeah, the pass was on point, but looks like he was thinking about running after the pass a little bit too much.
That offensive line has been helping Jones out through the game. Zane Quibido at center. Ball snap to Jones, handing it off. It's Isaiah Webb with the run. It looks like he'll be short of. No, he won't. That'll move the chains for a first down. A great run there by Isaiah Webb.
First down.
It's like they're just marching down the field here, but the last time we saw them do that in the game was during the first drive, of course, and that resulted in a missed field goal attempt. Hoping to redeem themselves from that.
Yeah, they put together a pretty nice drive here.
Jones hands it off. It's
the ball's loose.
Zeta with the ball loose and still in bounds. Looks like it's recovered by team away.
And Jax Nicholson looks to be coming off the field with a limp.
And Jax Nicholson looks like he's going to be looked at by medical staff. It's now second down and 2 after the fumble. Team away getting a lucky break there. Second down, Jones in the backfield with Webb and Trayan as he hands it off to Webb going on the left side. He's tripped up. They'll spot the ball at about the 21, 22-yard line.
Webb with a run down to the 22-yard line. First down.
That means that'll move the chains for a first down, ball at about the 21-yard line. It's a great effort there by Webb. That's Jones in the backfield. Looks like there's movement on the play. We'll have our first penalty of the game. Looks like it'll be a false start on the offense. It'll move the ball back 5 yards to make it 1st and 15. Just didn't catch who had the false start there. Final 30 seconds ticking down here in Dayton for the first quarter. Still scoreless. The team away trying to make a change of that as Jones tries rushing across the middle. He's brought down by Holcomb. Holcomb and Jones, teammates in the regular season for FCA. And it doesn't look like the offense will try to get another play out before the end of the first quarter. And that's the end of the first quarter in the 2016 Extreme All-Star Game. Still scoreless for both team home and team away.
Folks, if you have family, friends, teammates, coaches that cannot be
Isaiah, what are these teams doing wrong that has left us scoreless here?
Well, I don't think it's what they're doing wrong. I think it's what the defense is doing right. I mean, I didn't see this coming. I thought this would be very high scoring.
Yeah, both defenses evenly matched with players like Braden Holcomb, Brandon Miner on team home. And then, of course, you've got defense on the other side. You've got players like Isaiah Webb and Jared Tran, Zane Quibido, people like that. They've just been protecting everybody on defense, and especially the offensive line for team home has been pivotal because they've been marching down the field, although the only attempted score they had was a field goal attempt early in the first quarter on their first drive, and that was missed too far to the right. But aside from that, it's just been punting back and forth and back and forth. Just haven't seen any scores here. What do you think it's going to take for either offense to be able to actually get some points on the board?
Well, I think for the away team, it's going to take more success in the red zone. It seems like every time they get to the red zone, something happens. The line breaks down. They fumble. Something happens. They're going to need to put a drive together from beginning to end. Mm-hmm. The defensive team is going to need to put together a better defensive effort.
Mm-hmm. Again, you're watching the 2016 Extreme All-Star Game live here from Fort Bluff Camp in Dayton, Tennessee. This All-Star Game sponsored by 8-Man Extreme, the National Association for Christian Athletes, and Fort Bluff Camp. And voice of the SCA Falcons, Spencer Thompson here, and football player Isaiah Austin from Franklin Classical School on color commentary here. Of course, if I remember the cameraman's name, I would mention something about it, but Elmer, that's right. That's right, Elmer operating our camera here and operating our broadcast equipment. Interesting day for football at about 50 degrees with the wind blowing. Of course, we're warm up here in the press box. Football players, I'm sure they're warm for running around as well. A lot of the fans that I saw walking in carried a lot of blankets just to keep themselves warm, of course.
Hopefully the weather stays like this for a while.
Absolutely. Well, you never know, of course, with Tennessee weather. It's always unpredictable. Sides of the field have been switched team away on about 2nd and 15 after the false start as Jones tosses it out to his right, incomplete. That'll make it 3rd and 15. That was an attempted pass to Jared Trahan.
Intended for Trahan, 2nd down.
Makes it now 3rd down and 15.
And if your team away, you're hoping you can get something going this time around.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, are we tweeting out the scores and everything? Like,
Jones has Trayan. Jones just looking around, scrambling in the pocket, trying to get the pass. It looks like he's going to take the ball and try and run.
Z to get to record the entrance.
It's going to be well short of 1st down.
Absolutely. You only got about a 4-yard game there, so that's going to make it 4th and 11. Now the question is, you're about outside the 20-yard line. Do you go for another field goal attempt that you missed earlier in the game, or do you go to try and get the 1st down here?
You know, I think you go for it in this situation. You already have a missed field goal from close in this game. I think you go for it.
Mm-hmm.
So about 8 minutes left in the second. So about 3 minutes game time. Wrap it up.
The offense are just waiting for them to.
Yeah, do 5 minutes game time. That's fine. All right, thanks, bud.
That's Jones with a quick toss on the left side intended for Schindel. That'll go incomplete. So that'll be a turnover on downs. Team home taking over on offense.
Pass intended for Schindel, incomplete. 1st down from the 21 for Team Home.
Another missed opportunity in the red zone for team away.
Well, actually, they weren't. It didn't look like they were fully in the red zone. They were trying to get inside of it. Of course, even if Schindel had caught that pass, he would have had to go up the left sideline to go for get inside of the 1st down, which he had several defensive players around him. It didn't look like it was a likely scenario. Ball being run up the right side. That's number 8, Wes Watson from Webb.
Team Home, Wes Watson.
That'll make it 2nd down.
Watson, 2nd down.
Hey, Sandy, do you want to look at that real fast? Or have you looked at that yet? Number 9 right there? Okay. I didn't know if you want to ask him real fast.
Looks like team home's made a quarterback change here.
Yes, they have. Actually, it looked like it was the same guy. Wes Watson going up the right side, trying to cut across the middle. He'll be spotted at about the 29-yard line. I'll make it 3rd down. Let's look a little bit at Wes Watson from Shelbyville, Tennessee. He got co-champions with FCA this year. He had 1,300 yards passing and 800 total yards rushing. He also got he's a 2-time MTAC All-Conference player, a 2-time All-Tournament team player. He also got the 8-man team. I believe that's from 8-Man Extreme. And he also got 2-time team MVP. Some interesting facts about him. He actually plays basketball as well. And he was one of the 4 people invited to the All-Star game. And apparently he's the only Asian at the All-Star game. Another interesting fact there is a player from the Middle Tennessee Heat running on the left. It's forced out of bounds by Schindel. That'll be 4th down.
By Collins to the
And that's number
32.
13, Clint Collins from the Middle Tennessee Heat. It's now about 4th down and 1. It's another big question. Although it's the All-Star game, do you go for it here on 4th and 1, or do you not want to take the risk of that field advantage?
I think it's going to be an interesting call.
It looks like the officials called a timeout there. They're going to measure the placement of the ball. The officials just having a talk here. Yep, the side official bringing out the chains here. It did look like it was a close call there with him going out of bounds on the left side. You know, we got our broadcast equipment here. Maybe we can ask the referees for a booth review. All right, looks like they're going to measure. Looks like they're going to measure it here. It's just short.
Missed it by a few inches.
Actually, they're fully measuring out. Yep, confirmed on the field by the official. Just short, so it'll be about 4th and inches.
Fourth down and inches.
Of course, it's one of those things where a quarterback sneak could get you the first down, or you could be just called short of it. So the question for the head coach of Team Home is: do you go for it here, or do you just punt it away?
I think it all depends on, do you trust your line enough?
Looks like they are going to go for it here. Holcomb in the backfield. Looks like time has been called by one of the officials. All right, the referee ruling to continue running the clock because the ball stayed in bounds. Ball snapped and pitched out. The player from the Warriors looks like he'll get the first down. It was number 12.
Jones to the 38. First down.
It's number 12, Andrew Jones with the first down.
Looks like the coach has a lot of trust in the freshman center.
Mm-hmm. So Team Home gets the first down, the ball on about the 33-yard line. Wes Watson with a high snap picked up, and he's going to run it on the left side. He's trying to avoid a tackle there. It's brought down by several pile of players. It'll be second down. Looks like maybe a gain of a yard or two on the play. Just a high snap there and a little bit of confusion between the center and quarterback. That'll make it second down and 9. So Watson with Holcomb in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Scrambling on the right side looking for the pass, and he's going to run it. He's going to get the first down and pick up more. They rule him out of bounds in their opponent's territory in between the 48 and 47-yard line. First down.
He looked out, saw no one was open, and took it. Got a first down.
Great choice there by Wes Watson. About 8:13 left to go as Watson. Quick pitch to Holcomb. Incomplete, ruled a forward pass.
Oh, and there was so much open field in front of him.
Absolutely. If he had caught that, it could have ran straight on the left side. It would have been good for him. Makes it 2nd and 10. The wind's starting to pick up a little bit here in Dayton. Still scoreless in the 2016 Extreme All-Star Game. Watson hands it off. Looks like a loss of a yard on the play. That was an attempted run by number 12, Andrew Jones. It's now 3rd and 11. Team home just not looking like they have a strong offensive line here.
No, and I saw the center come out just a few minutes ago. Hopefully he's all right. Hopefully he can get back in there soon.
Mm-hmm. He looked like he was limping off injured?
A little bit. It looked like more of a groin injury. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
Ball lost there, miscommunicated snap. Holcomb managed to fall in it, but it's now 4th and 13. Looks like they're not bringing out their punter, so they may go for it here.
This is an interesting call.
Mm-hmm. Unless they have planned for Watson to fake the pass and punt it away. And we have seen things like that with a fake punt, at least with FCA with Lucas Tomlin. They faked on a 4th and 15 a punt. Looks like he was going to punt it, toss it on the right side. So they're going for it here as Holcomb picks up the ball. Jukes out of tackle, misses another one and another. That won't be enough for the first down.
Looks like juking 4 tackles won't be enough for the first.
Mm-hmm. So now 1st and 10 for team away. Jones back on the move with his offense. Uh, 6:33 left to go in the second quarter. Still scoreless here in the All-Star game. It's both defenses being dominant and keeping one another out of, looks like more out of the goal line. The closest they've gotten is within the red zone. Jones with Trahan in the shotgun. Jones runs it up the middle. It's tackled from behind by Minor, who's nicknamed on the season Brandon Wild Cheesy Minor. It's a run of about 6 yards. It's now 2nd and 4. Team away is now in team home territory on the 49-yard line. It's the cornerback there having a discussion with their coach. That was number 11 from team home, Colton Rollins. It's a junior for Christian Community. Excuse me, not a cornerback. It's like a defensive lineman. It's Jones. Pitches it out to Trahan. He's going on the left. Looks like he's going to get the first down. That'll move the chains.
Carried by Trahan for the first down.
That looks like pretty good movement from Trahan pushing through the defense like that.
Definitely, and a great run for a first down. The home team's trying to get some momentum going into halftime because they receive it in the second half.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, team home going to receive in the second half, so maybe they can make a defensive stop here. Team away, of course, trying to score as Trahan tripped up. It was Jax Nicholson tripping him up, the player from the Bowling Green Christian Academy Warriors.
You know, 2 years ago, Jax had 90 tackles in that season. This year, he's missed quite a bit to injury, but...
Well, actually, correction, that wasn't Jax Nicholson from Bowling Green. It was a tackle by number 9 from the FCS Knights. That is Jack Nicholson. Or Jax Nicholson. Jones and Trahan in the shotgun. It's Jones. Toss it to Schindel on the left. Manages to avoid the tackle, still going. He's going to the 20. He gets out of bounds at about the 17. It was a great reception run by Andrew Schindel.
Pass from Jones to Schindel to the 17.
Just another great run you see there by Schindel.
Yeah, definitely, and great stop by the defense in the open field from stopping that touchdown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looked like Schindel was set on going out, managing to be forced out of bounds there. Team away now in the red zone with about 4.5 minutes left to go.
Let's hope they can get some success in the red zone this time around.
And of course, team away, the only scoring opportunity they've had was a missed field goal attempt as we get a false start, it looks like, here on the offense. That'll make it 1st and 15 for team away.
False start in the offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Seen that team away, the only scoring opportunity they have really had was a field goal attempt early in the first quarter, and that went far to the right. That was an attempt by Antonio Zita.
Timeout.
No, I never thought I'd be saying this, but that missed field goal might come back to bite them.
Probably.
All of our coaches here at the 2016 Extreme
That's a
All-Star Game.
timeout called, I believe, by team away with 4:28 left to go in the first half. Still scoreless in the 2016 Extreme All-Star Game.
Coach David Nicholson. The team away, head coach from Riverside Christian Academy, head coach Travis Creasy. Also from Riverside Christian Academy, Coach Trevin.
Looks like there's a player on the away team wearing a blanket on the sidelines.
J.D. Young.
Yes, there is. Looks like a player from Riverside, too. Just
Never seen that before.
looks like with the 50-degree weather and the wind starting to pick up, just trying to stay warm, as if the game wasn't enough to keep them warm. So Jones with Trayan in the backfield, and also number 7. Get his number in a second as Jones, deep toss to Schindel on the left side. Is incomplete, just lost the ball at the last second there. Didn't look like he had either of his feet in bounds either. Incomplete, 2nd and 15. It was a great effort by Jones, though.
Yes, it was. He almost had that.
Yeah, it looked like Schindel, from our perspective, it didn't look like he had his feet in bounds, but if he had caught that ball, it still would have been a good catch. That was number 7 for team away, DJ Slayton. Jones with Trayan. He's going to run it on the right side. Defended by Christian Community Colt. It's 31 Isaiah Webb. Let's go ahead and look at Isaiah Webb's profile here. On the season, the Christian Community Colts are the 2016 MTAC Bowl champions. And on individual stats for Isaiah Webb, he had 13 sacks, 62 tackles, 35 rushing yards. Not sure. It says 35 rush, 350. He had 350 yards. Also 8 touchdowns on the season. Selected for the All-Star team here, obviously, and he was also an All-Conference team for the Middle Tennessee Athletic Conference. And he was the only player on a team who scored on defense, on offense, and on special teams. He's the only player on Christian Community to do that. We'll look at the center, Zane Quibido's profile in just a moment as Jones fakes the handoff to Trayan, looking for the pass. Scrambling around the pocket, being chased down. Great block by the offensive line, looking for another tackle, and he is brought down. That was a sack by number 11, Colton Rollins. Let's go ahead and look at Zane Quibido's profile. He's the center here for team team away. And again, he's been on the football team for, this is his 2nd year that he's about to complete. Been champions for the 2015 and 2016 season. He averaged about 52 points a game, and of course another one of those back-to-back champions for the Middle Tennessee Athletic Conference. Looks like Antonio Zita is going to punt it off here. Punted away. Looks like it is picked it perfectly caught by Schindel at about the 3-yard line. So that'll make it first down for Team Home. With 2:29 left to go in the second quarter. Still scoreless here in the All-Star game.
Now, the last thing home or team away wants is to go into halftime down, knowing that team home will be receiving it in the second half.
Absolutely. Back on offense here, Team Home. It's Wes Watson hands it off to Holcomb going on the left side. Steps out of bounds. Looks like about the 13-yard line. It's just short of the first down, about 2nd and 1. It's a good run there by Holcomb before he got tripped up out of bounds.
Yes, exactly what they needed. Only about 5 seconds off the clock and got their backs out of the end zone.
It's a good stop on the clock for Team Home so they can have more time march down the field. It's Watson handing it off to Holcomb again, going up the center, avoiding a tackle, and another one. He's brought down at about the 25-yard line. That's a first down and more for Team Home. So Braden Holcomb again, there's a reason why he had the highest rushing yards in MTAC on the season.
Yeah, it's not like he does one thing well. He does everything well. He's fast. He can make people miss, and he's kind of like a Derrick Henry type player.
Ball handed off a double
reverse
pitch. It's a reverse pitch. Holcomb still running. To juke out. Looks like he'll get to about the 36-yard line. Another first down for Team Home. A minute and a half. Minute 33 seconds left to go. Looks like they'll resume the clock. Team Home just trying to get a score in here before the end of the first half.
And keep in mind, Team Home still has 2 timeouts remaining.
Yeah, they still have 2 timeouts remaining, and Team Home also receives the kickoff at the start of the second half, so a score going into the second half or being up would be a huge advantage to him, as Watson going to run with the ball on the left side. It's like he's stopped by Schindel, just flipped over. Great tackle by Schindel, and that'll move the chains for another first down with 67 seconds left on the clock. Just a great run by Watson.
And a great tackle. Both defenses playing spectacular today.
Absolutely. 47-yard line. Watson with Holcomb. Watson with Holcomb and Andrew Jones. The ball pitched out. Andrew Jones going with the ball on the right side. It looks like he has a breakaway. Trahan trying to catch up to him, and he's going to the 20, the 10. Schindel almost stopping him. Does he fall short of the goal line? He does not. Touchdown for Team Home.
And we see his amazing leaping ability right there, diving into the end zone.
Andrew Jones with a great run. Player from the Bowling Green Christian Academy Warriors gets the first points on the board for Team Home. The 2-point conversion attempt likely coming up here.
Looks like we're going back to that heavy formation that just got him the big gain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
the
there's a
ball
fumble.
loose and Watson going on the right side. Whistle blown. So the referees ruled that Watson's knee was down when he picked up the ball, so the 2-point conversion is no good. 25 seconds left to go in the first half. 6-0. Team home leading with the first points on the board.
And that was a very needed drive for Team Home. Great momentum going into halftime and getting the ball in the second half.
Now the question is here for Team Away. They only have 25 seconds to work with. I'm not sure how many timeouts they have left, but it's going to be interesting to see what they try here, especially with the fact that they do not get the ball in the second half. And again, kicking off for Team Home here is number 23. Number 23, Jake Wright, kicking off here. Looks like the ball goes out of bounds, but touched by Trayan. Ball will go out of bounds at the 45-yard line. The clock's still running. The clock ran down a little bit there. It's down to 14 seconds left on the clock.
A little bit confused why they'd run an onside right there, but
guess they figured they get the ball in the second half, so it wouldn't make a difference if they gave them better field advantage. Especially with you have maybe 2 or 3 plays that you could try if you get it quick on the outside out of bounds, but not much for Team Away to work with here. But a timeout called by Team Home. 14 seconds left in the first half. 6-0, Team Home's up.
Another reason why they might have done that is they don't want that return guy getting it.
Mm-hmm. And coming up in a few moments, we'll take a short break, but we'll give some halftime analysis. We'll possibly have James Shannon of 8-Man Extreme come up in the booth. We'll have to do some other things down in the field, but we'll take a short break, and then we'll go back live to give our analysis on the first half, everything we've seen, and look to the second half. That's all coming up on the Extreme All-Star Game halftime show. Again, we'd like to thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast live from Dayton, Tennessee, the 2016 Extreme All-Star Game. Your commentators here, the voice of the FCA Falcons, Spencer Thompson, with Isaiah Austin from Franklin Classical School. As Jones, quick toss to Schindel on the left side. Looks like he's going towards out of bounds. Is he going to run it out?
Oh, it looks like he's going to stay in bounds.
Run the clock. They stopped the clock.
Nope,
Stop the clock as he was out of bounds. He stayed. It looks like he stayed in bounds. It's a timeout call by White. He stayed in bounds. They stopped the clock per their rules to spot the ball in high school football, but team away stopping the clock to get a better advantage here. So about a 30-second timeout. So you're on the 35-yard line here as team away. What do you do here? Do you go for a Hail Mary, try to squeeze one more play in with a toss to the outside?
Now, as we saw, the defense was in more of a protect defense, get back and make sure they can't score but give up the short pass. What I do is I'd get a first down and try to kick it.
Yeah, because that'd be better to get some points on the board than none, just to be down 6-3. But
Definitely.
obviously they missed their field goal attempt in the first half, so that brings the question of if their field goal kicker number 2, Antonio Zita, is able to make a successful one. That just brings up that question as well. Do you have faith in your kicker to make the field goal, or are you just going to depend on your receivers to get the touchdown in? And Jones being alone in the backfield here. Quick toss to Trahan. Trying to go on the right side. And, of course, team home calling a timeout. They stop the clock. Just 2 seconds left on the game clock. The ball's on the 30-yard line. Likely it's going to be a deep toss into the end zone.
Yeah, it looks like they'll definitely go for it here.
So, correction, the clock being adjusted here. 4 seconds left. It's now third down. Do you go towards the outside or you go to the middle here, Isaiah?
I would go to the outside here because it seems like the zone defense they're running, you try to find a hole in the defense here, try to throw it outside.
It looks like they're going to go for a field goal here. It's Antonio Zita, the kicker, and Elijah Jones, the holder. This is an attempt from the 30-yard line, so it's about a 45-yard field goal attempt as Jones and Zita kicks it low, and it is picked up. Its time expires, but it's picked up. Why are the officials blowing the whistle is my question. It was an attempted return. It was picked up by Devry Zapata, and the referees do not allow a kick return to happen. I'm not sure why the officials did that. That may be according to their rule book, but I'm not sure what they were calling.
Might have just been a mistake by the refs.
That is possible. All right, well, that is the end of the first half. Team home leading team away 6-0 in the 2016 All-Star Game. We're going to give our halftime analysis in just a few moments. We will be right back. Back live here in Dayton, Tennessee. The second half about to kick off for the 2016 Extreme All-Star Game. The home team leading 6-0 after a touchdown late in the second quarter. Missed field goal attempt happened in the first half. Notable thing to mention as well, number 66, Josh Austin, is actually not going to be returning back in the game, or he is trying to warm up and stretch himself out. He has a groin injury, so he'll be stretching out, and he may not get back in the game instantly, but he may be coming back. But just an interesting game that we've seen here in Dayton, Tennessee. Both teams just going back and forth with punts, and again that missed field goal attempt by Team Away in the beginning by their kicker number 2, Antonio Zita. Now we've got James Shannon here from 8-Man Extreme. Now James, we've been seeing a lot of back and forth in this game, and the missed field goal attempt. Now it's only 6-0. What is it going to take for Team Away to make it back?
Well, one of the things is just the only having the 2 days to practice and get ready. It's just a matter of getting on the same page. And, Schindell's had a great first half. Jones has had a great first half, and we've seen a couple different players really step up. Some guys from Grace Baptist have really made some plays. So Jared Trahan had a great first half. So, it'll just be a matter of getting on the same page and getting it rolling. I mean, like you said, they've got 2 missed field goals, so they can move the ball and they can get in the scoring position. And, part of the thing, too, is, with Jones holding for Zita, just the communication on that level. I don't know if there was enough practice with that. But, it's definitely something that we'll have to keep an eye on. And with those 2 field goals, it would be a tie ball game. So I don't think Away will have any problem moving the ball. It's going to be a great second half. These guys look to have gotten, they've hung out for 2 days. They've had fun, done some practices. But, these guys are getting the fun aspect out of it now, and they're getting down to business, and they're realizing that, hey, a lot of these seniors, this is their last half of football that they'll get a chance to play. And so, these guys are getting super serious, and, they're ready to play some ball.
And one other question I have for you, and Isaiah Austin mentioned this earlier about the Team Away is probably going to come back and bite them in the butt with their missing field goals. But let's talk about that field goal return at the end of the half that didn't happen. Time expired. It was number 8 who caught it from the ball from Team Home. That was Wes Watson, and the refs called the ball dead, and he didn't have a chance to return it. What was the deal with that?
I couldn't see. I think it went in the end zone, and that would definitely be a cause. I think I did see the touchback symbol, so that would definitely be cause to, blow the ball dead. But also, these guys, it's an all-star game. These guys want to have fun, but at the same time, there's no point in having a return that, could possibly not go anywhere, and it's not necessary. So you definitely just want to keep these guys safe.
James Shannon with 8-Man Extreme. Isaiah Austin about to come back up as, again, Team Home receiving the ball to start off the second half. And that ball goes away. Well, it looks like it is ruled a touchback, so the ball starting on the 20-yard line. Again, thank you for tuning in on YouTube here to the National Association of Christian Athletes YouTube page. The 2016 Extreme All-Star Game here in Dayton, Tennessee, sponsored by 8-Man Extreme, NACA, and Camp Fort Bluff. Voice of the SCA Falcons, Spencer Thompson on play-by-play here. Color commentary, Isaiah Austin. Now, Isaiah, we'll talk a little bit as these plays go on. What do you think it's going to take for Team Away to make it back?
Well, I think they got a lot of momentum Team Home has got a lot of momentum on their side, especially with their center coming back into the game after originally being thought to be out for the rest of the game. They're really going to need a stop on this possession, I think, because defense is really ruling this game. And I think if they can get a stop here, they can get momentum back on their side.
Mm-hmm. And as James talked about a little bit with the he talked a little bit with this at the end of the second half. That field goal that was missed, picked up by Wes Watson, and they ruled the ball dead. He expressed that he thought it was just a touchback, ruled as it went in the back of the end zone. What did you see on that play?
Well, I think they blew it dead as a touchback. I'm not sure what the rules are, but I would expect that the ref would probably know it better than I would. So I would expect it that they called a touchback there.
And a timeout called suddenly here by Team Home. Just a little bit of miscommunication on their side, unfortunately. So only 8 seconds into the second half of the All-Star game, and we have a timeout.
Looks like Team Home's gone back to the original lineup from the first quarter.
Absolutely. Ball snapped, and Doss deep on the left side to Watson. It is caught,
Wow.
and he's going to the 40. He could go all the way, and he will. Touchdown, Team Home. Just a great deep toss. Wes Watson with a 65-yard pass completion. What can be said about that other than just an amazing touchdown by Wes Watson?
Well, 8-man's really going to miss Wes Watson next year. You know, he came in the second quarter. He was throwing passes all over the place, completions everywhere, and then he just comes in as a receiver, first play, touchdown.
And again, Wes Watson, a senior for the Webb School feat, just a great player overall in the Middle Tennessee Athletic Conference. We'll look at his profile a little bit. I believe he was selected for the all-conference team. And that's another 6 points on the board for Team Home. Holka, the ball lost and fallen upon the two-point conversion is no good. 12-0 the score with 11:34 left to go in the third quarter. Team Home up. Just a nice sideline dance there by Trent Legate of Pleasant View on the sideline to the music being played here in stadium.
You know, everyone has their way of getting excited. I think his was probably dancing.
Absolutely. It's picked up. It's picked up by the Sacred Heart player Cody Reese.
Returned by Reese to the 42-yard line. First down, team away.
Let's see what Team Away can do on their first drive of the second half, down by 12. Right now it's a two-possession game here in Dayton. Jones fakes the handoff, looking for the pass. Deep pass up the middle to Schindel, and it is caught. Brought down by Wes Watson at the 20-yard line. A huge reception for Team Away.
It makes you wonder, is this half going to be different than last half? Is this half going to be an offensive half?
Especially with those passes, just although it wasn't the first play of their drive that got a touchdown, it's still looking like it was going to be an offensive half unless Team Home can make a stop here, as Team Away is now in the red zone.
Start the clock. You need to start the clock. Start the clock. When he does like that. Oh, so you think go right now or no? Yeah, it's in bounds. Yeah, oh, I'm sorry. We were talking.
No, that's good. That's my bad. That's on me.
First and 10 here for team away. Jones has Train and Schindel in the backfield. Looks like he's going to run up the middle, maybe a gain of a yard or two on the play. Second down.
Carried by Jones, second down.
Let's just look a little bit at some of the players we haven't looked at. We've already talked about Wes Watson. Let's talk about Tucker Brown. See, Tucker Brown, number 9, a senior for Team Home. As a pitch out here, number 7 going on the left side. It looks like he is going into the end zone. Touchdown, Team Away. It's DJ Slayton with the score. See if we can find his profile here.
He's from North Hopkins High School in Madisonville, Kentucky.
DJ Slayton is from North Hopkins High School in Kentucky. It's a touchdown for Team Away. This game not over yet, and it looks like a field goal attempt will be tried here. And Zeta missing those 2 field goals in the first half. Just attempting the extra point here, and this one's good.
Great kick right there.
12-7 the score now with 10:01 left to go in the third quarter. Team Away not out of it just yet. And Antonio Zeta taking the kickoff here. Time has been called by the official as the ball getting off the kicking stand.
It's a really windy day. Not the first time that's happened.
All right, well, let's look at some player profiles here. Tucker Brown, number 9, the senior for the home team from Bowling Green, Kentucky. He's had 1,600 passing yards on the season. He was the second in MTAC for 2016 in passing yards. Some interesting facts about him. He's been playing football for 2 years, and this is only the second year that Bowling Green Christian Academy has had a football team in the Middle Tennessee Athletic Conference. So the kickoff goes deep and picked up by number 12 of the home team. He's running on the right side and brought down. So number 12, Andrew Jones. Let's go through Josh Austin from Sacred Heart. let's see, Josh Austin from Sacred Heart here. Let me just make sure I have his number here. From Franklin Classical School. Interesting fact about him. No huge stats pointed out here. His biggest win of the year for him was Grace Baptist, where 66-28, his number being 66. And interesting fact, he played they played 5 quarterbacks on Franklin Classical School. It's a very interesting season.
I
for
was
you
one
guys,
of them.
That was before your injury, right?
Yes, it was. I went in for 3 plays.
Did you make any pivotal plays?
No, we just ran handoffs.
First and 10 here for Team Home as the ball is lost, picked up by the Christian Community player. It's, number 11, Colton Rollins. It's now 2nd down and 15. Let's look at Andrew Jones, who was named from Bowling Green Christian Academy the Offensive Player of the Year, number 12 on Team Home. Some interesting facts about him. Again, Bowling Green being its only 2nd season of football, and it was Andrew Jones' first year of high school football, and he got Offensive Player of the Year. Very exciting, very interesting. It's just like Andrew Schindel with the FCA Falcons, his first season in the Middle Tennessee Athletic Conference, and he's been a pivotal player for the FCA team. It's a pass on the left side. It is caught. So Andrew Jones being tripped up at about the 25-yard line. Make it about 3rd down and 10. Let's look at Clint Collins from Mount Juliet. It's individual stats on him. He had 33 receptions on the regular season, 532 total yards with 11 touchdowns. Then, of course, Clint Collins, number 13 on Team Home. It's a fake handoff and a pass on the left side. A great one-handed catch by Andrew Jones there. Quarterback there, Jax Nicholson. All right, let's look at Spencer Bard. Spencer Bard here from Bowling Green Christian Academy. And doesn't look like there are many stats in here. They said the biggest wins of the year for him were Pleasant View, and that this is the 2nd year for Bowling Green Christian Academy. It's Wes Watson punting it away on 4th and 5. It's like Trahan could go to receive it, but he does not. Jones stopping the ball at the 39-yard line. All right, John Stock from Kentucky was named Defensive Player of the Year and made it to the All-Star game. Let's see. Last year, Bowling Green Christian Academy went 0-8. This is under interesting facts for John Stock. He mentioned here that they came back from 0-8 last year to 4-6. Although not a playoff team, they did bring up a commendable effort. And it looks like that'll be offsides or encroachment on the defense. That was number 90. Number 90, Trent Legate. The referee's having a discussion here on who had the false start or who had the offsides. The referee's decision is an offsides on the defense. That'll make it a 5-yard penalty. 1st and 5 here for team away. And this is John Stock's 2nd year of playing football and named Defensive Player of the Year. See, Trent Legate from Pleasant View. So we look at this play here. Jones with Trahan. All snapped, and Jones hands it off. It's 31 trying to get past the line of scrimmage, but he does not. That's Isaiah Webb with the carry. Now 2nd down and 5. Trent Legate from Pleasant View. He had 80-plus tackles on the season. Look under these individual honors. He said, I woke up today plus ate some eggs.
Did he write this?
I believe they all wrote those. So, well, Trent, it looks like those eggs have served you well in today's game.
Biggest win of the year, rivals.
Yeah, team honors, we beat our rivals. And biggest win of the year were rivals. As Schindel going on the left side, he gets the first down and gets to about the 45-yard line, in between the dash of the 46 and 45-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10 here for Team Home in Team Home first down in Team Away having the first down here in Team Home territory. All right, we've already gone over Braden Holcomb stats and everything, having the most rushing yards on the season, being a captain for the Falcons team and a senior. Jones pitches out to Schindel. Going on the left, gets out of bounds at about the 43-yard line.
Carried by Schindel.
About 2nd and 7, 3-yard game. Patrick Pembridge from Hendersonville Christian Academy. Fact he put down here is that he only got to play in the last game, and he had 2 sacks, 1 fumble recovery, and 7 tackles on these last game of the season. And let's go ahead and look here at Brandon Wild Cheesy Minor right after this play goes on. Jones hands it off, and that's number 7 from Team Away, DJ Slayton, trying to run up the middle. Looks like the ball is spotted back at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of a yard on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 8. Actually, I believe they have to adjust it, maybe 3rd down and 8. DJ Slayton, actually, they had no stats available for him as they were a startup team. He scored 8 rushing touchdowns, with 3 being kickoff returns on the season. His nickname is Sweetness. That's DJ Sweetness Slayton. Let's see. He played football for 4 years, and he played running back, cornerback, quarterback, and safety. And apparently, and according to his facts here, his team made ESPN as Schindel, running on the right side here, tripped up by Collins. Now the 36-yard line is where the ball will be spotted. It's about 4th down and 1. And DJ Slayton again played. Let's see, his team made ESPN top 10 when the team manager suited up and scored a touchdown. Apparently, with Bowling Green, they traveled over 2,000 miles this year. Very interesting fact.
Wow.
All right, again, looking at Brandon Wild Cheesy Minor. He was the second place in 8-man football, 4 sacks. He got the Defensive Player of the Year in 2015. As the play here, the ball is loose by Jones and fallen upon by Team Home. They recover it. It's number 13. It's number 13 of Team Home. That was Clint Collins falling on the ball. The Middle Tennessee Heat. Just an interesting fumble recovery there. It looked like the ball was maybe punched out there.
Yeah, it seemed to kind of drive out of his hands. It was being chased after for a few seconds there.
Mm-hmm. All right, now Jake R. Wright of the Webb School. He's apparently the only Brazilian in the league. Very, very interesting there. And other than the obvious of the Webb School mascot being the feet. That's according to his stat sheet there, of course, as Team Home back on the offense after the fumble recovery. Handed off to number 11 of the Colts. Gets the first down. The clock's still running as he stays in bounds. Gets to about the 37-yard line. That's number 11 for Team Home, Colin Rollins.
Carried by Rollins, first down.
And Colton Rollins here named on the MTAC All-Conference team. He was the 8th in the nation in sacks and number 1 in the state. He's played under the same coach for 7 years. He's been at CCS since he was in 4th grade. Apparently, Colin Rollins was first in the nation among 8-man teams. Very impressive there for Colin Rollins. And those are the stats for Wes Watson and Team Home. 4:07 left to go in the third quarter. 12-7, the home leading away.
Stay first down.
First and 5. It's an attempted pass. It is batted down.
Almost off.
Looked close, like it was going to be a pickoff there by Christian Community. It was number 8 and 44 trying the interception there. Wes Watson.
It's almost as if the ball fell into his hands and he almost got it by accident.
Absolutely. And that was not Wes Watson. That was Devry Zapata and Pierce Matthews almost with the interception there. Ball falls incomplete. 2nd and 5. Motion on the play. Ball snapped and scrambling around, going on the right side. Looks like Trahan stops him. It's Jax Nicholson trying to make the run there.
Brown on the carry, 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 1 for Team Home in the red zone.
Jax Nicholson checking into the game there.
Yep, Jax Nicholson coming in. He's coming in for Wes Watson. It's now 3rd and 1. It's a false start on the offense. That'll move the ball 5 yards back. 3rd and 6 now for Team Home. Now it's going to be a little bit more difficult for them to get a first down here. About 3rd and 6 now here for Team Home. Ball snapped and quick toss on the right side to Watson, so he'll get the first down as a flag has been thrown. Now at about the 23-yard line. Wait for the official's call. missed the call by the official. It looked like it may have been. Looked like it may have been an eligible player downfield. Didn't really see the official signal. So it's now 4th and 11. It's 4th and 11 here. Now back on the 40-yard line. It looks like they're going to go ahead and punt it here. A timeout called by the coach of Team Away. 2:05 left to go in the third quarter. 12-7. Home leading over Away in the Extreme All-Star Game. Back after the timeout. Deep pass on the left side, and it is caught. So number 12 going. He gets stopped at the 5-yard line.
Pass completed to Jones for the first
Andrew
down for
Jones
Team
with the first down. Stopped by Isaiah Webb. 1st and goal. Team Home well in the red zone. Just a great reception there by Jones.
Yeah, it's probably not the first time those two have done that. They've been doing it all season long.
Both players, of course, just being dominant on offense throughout the game. It's Watson in the backfield. It's like a run on the right side. Short of the goal line, that's Jax Nicholson.
carried by Brown. 2nd and goal.
Now 2nd and goal for Team Away. Clock just running down, about 70 seconds left to go. Second and goal. Fake handoff to Watson. Looks like he'll be stopped short of the goal line. And Jax Nicholson.
Carry, 3rd down.
Looks like it's a timeout called by Team Home with 7 seconds left to go in the third quarter. What do you think they took the timeout for, Isaiah?
I think they wanted to have a score in before the end of the third quarter, just for it to look better on paper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I mean, with Team Home, you're up by 5 points. I mean, you may need that timeout later if Team Away scores in the fourth quarter.
Also, I think they didn't want it to get to fourth down without a score. I think they probably wanted to make sure they had a play that was going to get them into the end zone right here.
Seeing on the camera right now just a huddle for Team Home there. See players such as Minor and Holcomb and Watson, as well as Nicholson. Now 3rd and goal here for Team Away. Basically 3rd and inches to the goal line, and pitch to Holcomb is fumbled in the backfield. Braden Holcomb staying on his feet trying to get through, but he'll be tripped up far away from the line of scrimmage. And that'll end the 3rd quarter, 4th and goal. 12-7 the score at the end of the 3rd quarter in the 2016 Extreme All-Star Game, sponsored by 8-Man Extreme, the National Association of Christian Athletes, and a Fort Bluff camp.
Team Home is hoping that they don't miss this golden opportunity here in the red zone.
They're on 4th down here, and we haven't seen any field goal attempts at all from Team Home. I believe that's because they do not have any kickers on their team, because as you mentioned earlier, Team Away has got all the kickers in the draft. So I believe they're not concerned at all with trying a field goal attempt here just to get some points on the board, although that would be beneficial here because Team Away is only down by 5. If they score a touchdown, that just puts them in the lead.
Yeah, if they had a kicker here, they could make it a touchdown and a 2-point conversion lead.
The wind picking up again, just leaves rustling on the field. You can even see the officials' clothes just flapping in the wind. It's now 4th down and goal on about the 7-yard line here for Team Home. Looks like they're just going to go for the touchdown here as they do not have any kickers. Nicholson running on the left side. Will he break the goal line? No, he does not.
Oh, he hit the pylon.
It looks like the pylon was knocked down before he went over there. He tried stretching out his hand there. It looked fairly close.
Looks like the wind knocked down the pylon.
Looks like the players trying to negotiate with it. The officials having a conversation here. It looked pretty clear from our perspective that it was a touchdown there. But of course, they just rule it a turnover on downs.
Wow, that was a crucial score they needed right there. Looks like the Team Away will take it on probably the half-yard line here.
Yeah, Team Away taking it here on the half-yard line. There is a potential for a safety here as well. So if they do score, they do get a safety for Team Home, then that would just make it a 7-point game. But of course, that touchdown was more crucially needed for Team Home if they wanted to seal the deal. It doesn't look like they're going to do that just yet. So on the half-yard line, 1st and 10 for Team Away.
And that's a
ball
fumble.
Snapped high, fumbled, and is it recovered? It is a safety for Team Home. The score now 14-7. Colton Rollins getting the safety. There's the ball snapped high, intended for Jones. 14-7 with 11:43 left to go in the 4th quarter. The home team up by a touchdown and a field goal. course, because of the safety, team away has to punt it off. It's Zeta going with the punt. Zeta punts it away. Team home back on offense. It's picked up. Andrew Jones still running with the ball.
Good return there.
Looks like they'll call forward progress at the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 here for team home. Going to run through the rest of the team bios here since we have 11 and a half minutes left. Isaiah Webb from Christian Community, the 2016 MTAC Bowl champions. You got about 13 sacks, 62 tackles, 35 rushing, 350 yards. He also got selected for the all-conference team in the Middle Tennessee Athletic Conference. He's the only player on a team who scored on defense, on offense, and on special teams. Isaiah Webb, a very special player for the Christian Community Colts. And Zane the Goat Quibido, back-to-back champions. He averaged about 52 points a game. It's flag. Looks like the whistle being blown. A timeout called by team home before the snap with 11:28 left to go in the fourth quarter. As I was saying, Zane Quibido averaged 52 points a game on the season. Next, Andrew Schindel, the first year he has been in the Middle Tennessee Athletic Conference. He's been phenomenal on this season. Co-state champions. As a wide receiver and cornerback, he had 1,279 offensive yards and 17 touchdowns with 114 total points. He had 5 interceptions and 42 tackles on defense.
Those are crazy touchdowns for
Absolutely.
A receiver.
And, yeah, it's 17 touchdowns for a receiver is amazing. And some of those have also been from rushing touchdowns as well because he's been played as a fullback before. This is his first year playing wide receiver. FCA also, Franklin Christian Academy has had the most players invited to the All-Star game, part of that being because they were co-champions. Time called again. An official called a timeout to review something real quick. And Andrew Schindel averaged about 50 points a game, as he said here. That is insane for Andrew Schindel, receiver. Next, we have Elijah Jones, or as his teammates and classmates know him as, the best athlete in the school. 2015 and 2016 champions as Watson scrambling around in the pocket here, being chased by Quibido. Forced out of bounds by Trayan. A slight loss on the play, about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 13.
That play could have been an absolute disaster, but somehow got close to the line of scrimmage there.
He managed to chase out Quibido and the rest of the defensive linemen until being forced out of bounds. That was a great effort there by Watson. And Elijah Jones, back-to-back champions in 2015 and 2016, and he averaged about 52 points a game, being a crucial senior quarterback for the team. Even though he had some injuries during the season, and the freshman Daniel Holcomb had to step in for him. But Daniel Holcomb also had an interesting season as well. Not selected to the All-Star game, though. Hunterland Meeks as Watson, just trying to find someone to pass to. Just going to run it on the right sideline, still going. Gets a decent gain on the play to about the 38-yard line. Just short of the first down, it'll be about 3rd and 1. Hunterland Meeks, 895 all-purpose yards on the season. He's from Fayetteville, Tennessee, on Riverside Christian Academy. 6 interceptions and 52 tackles. Got selected to the All-Star team, and his biggest win of the year was against Lighthouse. Next, we have Jordan Trayan, also from Riverside Christian Academy, and 106 tackles and 1,250 all-purpose yards on the season. Got selected to the All-Star team, the All-Tournament team, and All-Conference teams for the Middle Tennessee Athletic Conference. And Jordan Trayan had just 106 tackles on the season on defense. As Watson, chased down by the defense, pitches it out quickly to That was to Jones. It was Andrew Jones getting the ball. Jordan Trahan, 106 tackles on the season. What else can you say about that?
There's nothing else to be said about that. That stat is pretty self-explanatory there. You don't see that every day.
And Cody Reese from Memphis, Tennessee. Not many stats listed on here. The team's record was 3-3, and he said his best win of the year was Ridgeway. There's not many stats here on his media form. And then I believe that got us back to start of these forms. Yes, we'll go through our other forms in just a moment. Watson with Holcomb in the backfield. Motion on the play by Jones. So handed off to Holcomb, but whistle being blown. I believe there's a flag thrown on the play. Okay, no flag on the play. Just a replay of the game just redo the play. 1st and 10. Look at these other ones here. Here's from Ethan Garrison. It's from Madisonville, Kentucky, from the Defenders. He had the best chance to win. Hard to read his handwriting a little bit here. He was a defender for he played defender football in Madisonville, Kentucky. He got fortunate enough to be selected to today's game. It was the first year that the Defenders actually had a football team. All their games were scheduled away. He was a middle linebacker, defensive end, and offensive line. This is his first year playing football and was one of the leading tacklers on the team. Let's see, he's one of the only other 2 teams on 8-man football in Kentucky, and his team traveled over 2,000 miles this year. As Watson, it stopped at about the 28-yard line. That'll make it 2nd down and 4. Now let's look at Josh Jones from Madisonville, Kentucky. He was on a startup. It says on here, as a startup team, his individual stats were actually not kept. It was his first-year team with kids from 4 schools. All the games were away. They averaged about 15 players. This was his first year playing organized football. He played quarterback, scored his first touchdown on a 40-yard run, and he played on the offensive line and as a linebacker. Watson, quick toss to Holcomb. Just gets to about the 25-yard line.
He might have got the first there.
It looks like he did. Just Braden Holcomb again has the most rushing yards in the league for the regular season. But what's great about him as well is that he can just push through the defense. No matter how many players on him, he can push through, and is just a great weaver between the defensive line and defensive players who come at him for tackling him. He's just a great player all around. Look at Antonio Zita after this play. With about 8.5 minutes left to go in the game. Team home making a push down the field as Watson scrambling around looking for a pass. Toss it on the right side intended for Holcomb, and it is caught by Trahan. That is an interception.
Intercepted by number 63, senior from Riverside Christian Academy, Jared Trahan. First down.
Trahan with the interception for Team Away, and they take over on downs. Speaking of team away, let's look at Antonio Zita, who made it to the MTAC Bowl. They did not win. He's a player from Riverside Christian Academy, but the MTAC Bowl for Antonio Zita, he was the first in the nation in eight-man football for most touchbacks. He was the 4th in the nation in 8-man and 11-man football for most touchbacks. Some interesting facts. It says his best friend is Braden Holcomb. Andrew Schindell's real name is Optimus Prime. Don't ask why. And a toss by toss to Schindell by Jones. Schindell going on the right side, staying in bounds, not being ruled out.
Looks like he got the side of his foot out of bounds.
Looks like he's actually ruled out of bounds at the 30-yard line, and it looks like we have a player down on the field for Team Home.
Schindell ruled out of bounds.
So number 9, Jax Nicholson, looks like he's down, and the medic staff are going to have to check him out there. We're going to get a word here quick from James Shannon. We have Antonio Zito on here. He is the founder of 8-Man Extreme. Can you concur with this?
He is not the founder of 8-Man Extreme, although he did earn the right last night to run the 8-Man Extreme Twitter account for today. So lots of tweets and stuff. I know he posted a video of his introduction. So he's had a good time with that. He's a good kid, very funny, and I will not tell you how he earned that right, but it's not okay. He beat me in a wrestling match. He made me tap in a wrestling match, and so he earned the right to run the 8-Man Extreme Twitter for the day. So Antonio Ziti, I'll give him a follow. I don't know what his Twitter handle is, but y'all go check him out. He's a good kid.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at Jax Nicholson from Sacred Heart. His biggest win, not from Sacred Heart, from the FCS Knights. His biggest wins of the season were against Grace Baptist, 66-28, and then Hendersonville Christian, 30-18. And a stat he gave as well, the 3 quarterbacks and 3 running backs on the season. Mr. Isaiah being one of those quarterbacks there for 3 plays.
Don't know if it counts.
And last season, Jax Nicholson puts here, he was on the 8-Man Extreme team. That moves us on to Pierce Matthews of the Webb School. They were the 2013 MTAC champions and 2016 co-champions. He got the Best Lineman Award for his team in individual honors.
For junior from Franklin Classical School, number 9.
That's as Jax Nicholson heads to the sideline after being looked at clenching his gut. It looked like it may be a wrist injury of some kind. As we were saying, with Pierce Matthews having the Best Lineman Award for his team. And his biggest wins of the year were with St. Andrew Sewanee Lighthouse Christian and Riverside Christian Academy.
Well, see, that's a scary injury for Jax there because he hurt his left arm about halfway through the season and missed a couple of weeks. Let's hope it's not a reoccurrence of that.
Hopefully not. It just depends. He's holding his left arm fairly close to his gut. So he might need a cast, but the medical staff will be looking at him further. Let's look at Jackson Dotterer from Christian Community. His only individual stats he leaves here is that he was third in the league in tackles with 73 tackles on the season. But he is not in today's game due to an ankle injury. John Trahan, in honor of him, was wearing his uniform, the number 33. That goes over all of our individual player stats for the All-Star game. Team away trying to make something of this drive, down by 7 as Jones scrambling around, going on the right side, staying in bounds up to about, spotted at the 39-yard line, almost the 40. It's now about 2nd down and 2, an 8-yard gain there for Elijah Jones.
If I remember correctly, this is his first year playing quarterback, right?
Jones actually did a little bit of quarterback last season. It was last season, although Alex Deitz was the primary starter for the FCA Falcons. But Jones, this is his first year at starting quarterback and fully leading the team. Of course, he had some games where he had to sit out due to a hand injury, and the freshman Daniel Holcomb had to step in for him. As a quick toss to Schindel goes incomplete. It now makes it 3rd down. Second down here. Or excuse me, 3rd down and 2 here. Team away trying to make the most of this as Jones is brought down for a sack.
Number 90, John Stock. Number 19, John Stock.
That was number 19 for the home team, John Stock, with the sack.
Well, that was a badly needed conversion there. They're going to have to go and stop the dominant offense again of Team Home.
Especially with that sack. The question is, of course, it doesn't look like they're going to go for it here, which is a good decision, because if they did go for it here and lost, that would give great field advantage for Team Home to potentially score and seal the fate of the game. So, of course, Zeta going to punt it away here from Riverside. And the punt is blocked. It's picked up by Holcomb. Gets back to about where the drive started. Just a little bit more there, and to the 29-yard line in away territory. It's Team Home closer to getting another score here. It's a good punt block. It's Team Away needing a little bit more luck here.
Well, Team Away is going to have to play the best defense they played this entire game in order to get the ball back and have a chance of winning this thing.
Absolutely. They'll have to repeat almost what they did in the majority of the first half with keeping the team 0-0, just keeping the team to 0 points for a majority of the first half. A quick pass to Watson from Nicholson, trying to run on the right side. He's cutting back, scrambling around, trying to get some more yards, but it's brought down by Quibido and Trayan. That's a loss of about 6 yards on the play. That'll make it 2nd down and 16.
Well, that's a defensive boost that the away team really needed there.
That huge sack, although the clock is still going to be running down for him, that's still a good stop to keep him back. It's Watson with Holcomb in the backfield and Jones. Just the defense plowing through there. Watson way in the backfield looking for a pass. Tosses it on the right side to Holcomb, managing to catch it. No one covering him. Going on the right side, avoids Trayan's tackle until about the 15-yard line. That's a much-needed offensive gain there for Team Home. Team Away needing a miracle here.
That was a big heads-up play by Holcomb. It didn't appear to even be a receiver in that play.
It wasn't an intended receiver there. It looks like it may have been a handoff, but one of the defensive players just plowed through to Watson and almost tripped him up. Watson managed to get it to Holcomb on the right side. Looked like it was going to be a huge loss on the play. Turned out to be a huge gain for Team Home. On 1st and 10 inside the red zone, Watson hands it off. Looks like a gain of a few yards on the play. That is number 11, Colton Rollins.
Loss on the play. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd down and 8. Watson with motion on the play. Watson just going on the right side here. Not being touched. Knocked out of bounds. Is it short of the goal line? No, it is not. Touchdown for Team Home. 4:32 left to go in the game and another 6 points on the board. Team Away needing a miracle here to get back in the game, down by 13.
Well, that was a stop they really needed there, and giving that up, that might be it. They're going to need a miracle, as you said.
2-point conversion attempt here. Watson hands it off to Jones going on the left side, and he's just going to walk into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is good. 4:29 left to go in the fourth quarter. 22-7, home looking like they're going to be victorious in the 2016 Extreme All-Star Game. Schindel deep back to receive for team away. Again, kicking off for team home. Jake Wright kicks it off, just a squib kick. Schindel picks it up. Schindel going on the right side. Looks like he's brought out of bounds at about the 40-yard line.
Schindel with the return to the 30. First down.
How hard is it to take it out of the case? How hard is it to take out of the case?
First and 10 for team away, needing a miracle as Quibido runs it up the middle and gets to about the 46-yard line. A good run by Quibido. It's now 2nd and 4. There's Zane Quibido with an interesting run there.
Quibido with the carry. Second down.
There's Quibido waving up to the press box, symbol of them getting his last name right. Schindel with a deep pass on the right side. It is caught.
Pass completed from Schindel to Meeks. First down.
Hunter Meeks with the catch, deep pass, and that's a much-needed miracle for team away.
Yeah, if they get a score here, they might be able to get this game back into perspective for them.
Looks like a false start by Schindel, so that'll bring it back 5 yards. That does stop the clock for him temporarily, but with 3:20 left to go. You see any feasible way of Away coming back here, Isaiah?
Well, I think what they're going to need to do is score really quickly. They're either going to need to do that, or if they end up burning time off the clock, they're going to have to onside it. But if they get a score here, they can just kick it off and hope for a miss or a failed drive by Team Home.
Do we know how many timeouts they have left?
I'm not sure.
It's a pitch out to DJ. He gets tripped up in the backfield. It's now second down. Just got word that Team Away has 2 timeouts left, so they'll be able to use that if necessary. It's now second down and 15 here for Team Away. They're just letting the clock run down even though they do have 2 timeouts. That was Jones. Pass across the middle. It is caught by number 4 who's going to the end zone. Does he break it? Touchdown, Team Away. That was number 4, Hunter Meeks. So Hunter Meeks with the touchdown. Now the 2-point conversion attempt likely coming up here.
Team Away telling everybody that this game is far from over.
Well, actually, I think the likely scenario would be here they go for the extra point so that they don't have to go until the 2-point conversion until the second touchdown if they get it. Because if they miss the 2-point conversion here, then that makes it another 2-possession game. So likely they'll go for the extra point here.
Oh, it looks like they will go for it.
Looks like they're going for the 2-point conversion here. Just a very gutsy call as it's incomplete.
And that might have done it.
That looks like that may have done it for the game because now it's a 9-point game. Either you march down the field and score a field goal, and then you have to get the ball again on another onside kick. I don't think that was a good coaching call. I think they should have gone for the field goal.
I think they should have gone for the field goal and let the game play out a little bit before deciding 2-point conversion because a lot of things can happen in 2:26.
Well, here's the thing. If they had scored that field goal, that point after try, that would have made it an 8-point game. So then they would have had to get an onside kick, score another touchdown, and then they would have had to tie it with a 2-point conversion. But now you're down by 9, and the only way that you can get back in this game is if it's another 2-possession game. It was just a bad coach's decision, in my opinion.
Yeah, and a great chance of them being able to come back is if they can somehow get a safety or something, but that's extremely unlikely in this situation.
Yeah, unless they kick it deep back and the player gets tripped up or something along those lines. But likely what Team Home is going to do when they get the ball, they're just going to run the clock down and end the game, even though Team Away has 2 timeouts.
I wouldn't be surprised if Team Away tried an onside right about now.
That's pretty much their only option. If they don't try an onside kick right now, then the game's basically over. Because even though they have 2 timeouts, they could depend on their defense, but it's still a 2-possession game. So as I said, your options here are you can kick it deep back in the end zone, hope that you trip them up close, and then get a safety to make it a 7-point game. But even with that, then you'd have to get the ball kicked back and then march down the field. It's either that or, as it looks like they're doing now, is the onside kick to get the ball back.
Well, when you have a kicker like Zeta, this is a no-brainer for them.
This onside kick could determine the fate of the game. What's looking like a victory for Team Home, and it's picked up.
Great onside, but just a little bit too strong.
That was picked up by number 9, Jax Nicholson. It's now first down here for Team Home, and it looks like they're just going to try to run the clock down here. Watson in the backfield. Of course, no 2-minute warnings are. 2-minute warning doesn't exist in high school football. As That's as Jones running it up the middle. Now it'll just continually run down the clock unless Team Away calls a timeout.
No, I think the way that they're going to be able to put this game away is probably getting a first down here, because that is the worst case scenario for Team Away right now.
Team Away has to come up with a huge defensive stop here if they want any hope to win the game, as the ball is lost. It looks like it's fallen on by Watson. He'll recover the ball. That'll make it third down. The clock's still running. The away team not calling any timeouts here, even though it's third down and 6.
Yeah, the seniors on the away team know this might be their last time suiting up in football uniform, so they're going to keep trying. They're going to try to win this game.
It's just a question of wondering why Team Away hasn't used one of their timeouts here to get more time on the board, you know? Third down here.
And a first down here would put this game away.
And Watson scrambling around. Looks like he's stopped by the defense.
Just short.
And timeout finally called by Team Away with 48 seconds left on the clock. It's now fourth down and 2. Likely the home team is going to punt it away, which will either get in the back of the end zone or it will just get close to the goal line. 48 seconds left, looking like Team Home could walk away victorious in this afternoon's football game.
You know, the only chance they have at winning this at this point is getting a quick drive down the field, maybe a deep pass, and then kicking the onside and scoring on that. That's about the only chance they have at this point.
Yeah, they're not doing it anymore. Let me ask you, Isaiah, what did Team Away do wrong that led them to this point?
I think they let momentum take a hold of the game. You know, it was a 0-0 game until the last drive of the first half, and Team Home just caught the momentum bug and scored 3 touchdowns really quickly. That was the problem, I feel like. That was about just their defense.
Mm-hmm. So Watson hands it off to Holcomb, and he'll get the first down, and he's rushing all the way to the end zone, and that will be another touchdown, and that will seal the fate of the game. Team Home about to come out victorious in the first ever Extreme All-Star game.
See,
that was Braden Holcomb with another touchdown. And Team Home about to be claimed the winners of the first Extreme All-Star game. Again, just with that first drive in the first half, I don't know if that necessarily set the momentum. Well, what did Team Away do wrong in the second half that led them to this point?
They weren't able to defend the run. I feel like there are just too many holes on the inside for running backs to cut through.
And especially that questionable coaching decision not to just kick the extra point as the 2-point conversion is no good. Schindel sacking Watson. Score yet to be added on the scoreboard. I believe it's going to be 28-13 with about 32 seconds left to go in the game. Just an attempted finish about to occur here in Dayton. 28-13 the score, a 15-point difference. So basically, the only scenario I could see here is that a kickoff return for a touchdown, a 2-point conversion made, and then an onside kick recovered, and then a touchdown. But under 32 seconds, it does not seem likely.
Definitely not. They're going to need what you would call a Music City miracle here.
and a long way. We were a long way from Music City, that's for sure. Just this final kickoff taking place here. Looks like it's going to be booted deep back towards the 10-yard line. It goes back into the end zone, and Schindel picks it up in the back as Schindel running on the left side. Looks like he's staying on his feet and in bounds, and brought out of bounds by Watson at about
that might just do it right there.
33-yard line. 19 seconds left to go. There is the possibility, of course, for Jones deep pass to the end zone for a touchdown with however many seconds that takes off the clock. Then, of course, you have to go for the 2-point conversion and onside kick. It just looks like team home is going to claim the victory here.
Yeah, I don't think there's many receivers that are fast enough to really have an opportunity for 3 or 4 plays here.
And, of course, even with the score outcome and everything, all these players selected to the All-Star game, very high-skilled players in the Middle Tennessee Athletic Conference had the opportunity to play one last time, especially for the seniors on these teams. Their last time playing football here, of course. Of course, no prize for winning the All-Star game other than bragging rights, and, of course, the points don't necessarily matter, but it's one last time for that, one last hurrah for seniors to play football with this All-Star game. As we're wrapping up here with the final play about to head down there, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to this afternoon's broadcast live from Dayton, Tennessee. Voice of the FCA Falcons, Spencer Tomset, your play-by-play commentator. Color commentary by Isaiah Austin from Franklin Classical School Knights, and then Mr. Elmer operating all of our equipment here with the camera and our computer equipment for live streaming and everything. An incomplete pass there to Quibido. Then, of course, we want to thank James Shannon and J.D. Young for organizing this whole event. The two great guys who run 8-Man Extreme, covering 8-man football mostly in Tennessee, but some out of state. As well as we want to thank Fort Bluff Camp for hosting the All-Star game, and, of course, the National Association of Christian Athletes helping out with getting this event organized and everything. Of course, thank the coaches for coaching the All-Star games for both team home and team away. The players arrived about Thursday afternoon or about Thursday morning here in Dayton to practice for the game and everything. We want to thank the coaches and the players for participating in today's game and everything. It's turned out to be a great game, Isaiah, even with the way it's turned out, of course.
Yeah, definitely, and even the team that's going to end up on the losing side, it's a good way for the seniors to say goodbye, have a fun game against their teammates, against other players in the league. It's just a great time.
And that's the final score. Team home are the first champions of the All-Star game, 28-13. Again, congratulations to all of the players for all the hard work they put in, all the coaches, the officials, especially to the ones who thought up this idea and put on the event of the All-Star game, James Shannon and J.D. Young of 8-Man Extreme. Thanking our sponsors, the National Association of Christian Athletes and Fort Bluff Camp for hosting us here. It's been a great game.
I want to give a huge shout out to the NACA Fort Bluff Camp, Dave Secura, Keith Champion, all the ladies in the kitchen, Debbie, the ladies in the office, Terry, Judy, Becky, the Chain Gang, give it up the Chain Gang, the officials, guys up in the press box, On the broadcast, Spencer Thompson, voice of the Falcons, Isaiah Austin, player for Franklin Classical School, Mike Jones, handling the scoreboard, Elmer Harris, running the live stream. Everybody that's helped make this possible. Thank y'all so much for coming out. We'll see you next year.
That was James Shannon. Thank you, everybody, for getting with the event. Again, thanks to everybody who helped out make this event what it is today. This is the voice of the Falcons, Spencer Tomset, signing off for now. Thank you for tuning into the broadcast, and we will see you guys next year for the All-Star Game.